quality internet connection. So if you're there, hello. That's better, bit of an internet connection there. Okay, so you can't type chat. I don't know why that is, but it's not working for me. Oh yeah, there we go. Anna, Colin, morning Anna, morning Rod. So all I've got to do is pop up my other screen. There we go. Okay. Ready to rock and roll. Up to you. Up to you. It's up to you. Okay, just gonna open the curtains. It's a bit dull out there today, but we'll start with side bends. Welcome, I hope everyone is well, and let's just crack on. Alrighty. Looks like there's more of a delay than usual. Just suck that belly button in. Keep doing the side bends. Dog is eating his bed. Awesome, nice deep squats, remember. Deep, 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 deep. Chest up, chest back. Don't have this a position, have this position. As best as you could achieve, and try and get it better each day. Hands down, legs back, downward dog. Remember, your legs can be bent, but drive your tailbone up to the ceiling. Push your chest forwards and look at your belly button. Take a couple of steps forwards while keeping your hands flat, and then a couple of steps back, and then bring your hands in while keeping them flat. As soon as they start to go like this, then just stop. Then go back the other way. Trying to keep your heels down and the legs straight. Good stuff. Left leg through, lie on your back. Left leg pulled up to your chest. Right leg straight. And change sides. This is important for this leg to be straight here, guys. Don't let it come up. Both legs in, grab the outsides of your feet and bring your knees towards your armpits. Nice deep breath. And then breathe from your abdomen. Feet flat, knees to the right, look over to your left, and just relax. Suck that belly button in. If the belly button's out, it does no effect. Suck that belly button right in, and relax. And change sides. So if your left side is down, you should be able to roll to your left slightly, put your left leg out, right leg over the top, and that's you, ankle over knee. And right foot down, bring that left foot right in, and you should be able to have a nice good stretch, putting yourself around to the right. And let this hip sink to the floor slightly. Looks like there's quite some delay on the internet today. Unravel, right leg forwards, left leg over the top, and ankle over knee stretch. Remember, shoulders nice and back and down, chest up. Right foot on the floor, left foot on the floor, right foot in, right hand round, and stretch. Sink this hip into the floor. Unravel, and then butterflies. Back straight, chest forwards. Right leg back to the shin box position, and I want you to squeeze your knees, your knee and your toes together. Squeeze that together and body upright. Squeeze the core. Really twist your hips round this way. Bring your right leg back, nice and far, almost 90, 180 degrees here, and try and get your body nice and upright again. This is like simulating your turning kick position. In here, try and rotate your hips this time back and forwards if you need to get some movement. But more importantly, get your body upright. And then push that leg all the way back so that we're in that pigeon pose. So your knee is now towards the floor. The first stretch in the morning, this is a little bit tight, but not too bad. hips to the floor, change sides. So you should now have your right leg in front and pushing your knee and toes together, body upright, and twisting your hips in and down. And then left foot back, keeping your knee out, a bit like a turning kick chamber. Body upright. And then you're going to push it all the way back into that pigeon pose. So left leg goes all the way back, knee is now towards the floor. And nice and upright. Again, if you have trouble with your knee on this, there shouldn't be any pressure there, but you might need to turn your leg more in this direction, or if that's still hurting your knee, let me know and I'll find something else for you. So right hip to the floor, left foot out, pull yourself forwards, and here. Try and get a nice deep lunge. Really tense this glute, push that hips forwards. Change sides. Just maybe looking for a bit of a millimetre improvement here and there. And bring your right leg back, have your feet, your insteps on the floor, sit down onto that, and then use both hands to start with, and just rest, stick your bottom back on your heels. If you can go to one hand, then that's ideal. Good start. What you've got to do there is roll onto your back, bring your left leg up, and we start round two. So don't just sit there doing nothing, pull that in nice and high and tense the other leg. So perhaps we'll do a session one day on how to stretch rather than just the stretches. Left feet up, outsides of your feet, and pull down. Feet down, knees to your left, head to your right. If you're going to get a bit of extra movement, tuck your right foot into your left knee and you should be able to get a bit of extra movement. And other side. We're going to do ankle over knee, but from a different position. No, we're not. Left foot forwards, roll over. Left foot forwards, right leg over the top. Ankle over knee. Like if you want to do this differently, you can go on your back and pull your legs in that way. But to get to the next bit is a bit more difficult. Well, I suppose we could, yeah. This stops your back going anywhere, so you do get a good stretch on the hip. Then if you're here, roll to your left, and then you should be in a nice crunched up box position for your stretch on your hip, outside of your hip. Unravel, right leg forwards, left leg through, and you can lie on your back for this one as well. So then you'd roll to your right, left foot on the floor, right foot in, right arm round, and sink into your stretch. It's just around here. Unravel and butterfly. Awesome. Who's that, Wes? Right leg back, shin box position, dig into that hip, body upright. Using your core rather than pushing, yeah. Squeeze tight here. Good, bring that leg back to this what we call mermaid position, yeah. Body upright again. Right leg back as far as it will go. It should be a nice pigeon position. Really push your hip into the floor, this hip into the floor. You can of course lean forwards in this stretch, and that emphasizes it in a different position in your front hip, okay? But we want to work this back hip today, or personally. And that's not bad. Okay, change round. So, shin box position, squeeze, hip in and down. Right, left leg back, as wide open as you can get here in your groin, chest up. Good stuff. Left leg back, knee towards the floor, and that's you in your pigeon position. Right hip to the floor, left leg forwards, pull and push, and you end up in a nice long lunge. Really squeeze that hip now, push it forwards. You want to feel, a little bit of a burning, bit of discomfort. And change. So, press this back like I said, with your feet flat, sit back on your heels, and then rock forwards. You can go 2 hands if you need to, or 1 hand, or if you're ready, 2 hands back on your heels. Good stuff. And sit back and up. We're going to do a bit of movement now, okay? So, keeping your feet where they are. I'm going to take your left foot and turn it up. Then I'll do it from this side. And the left foot goes down with your toes pointing sideways. Then you tuck them in. And you do the same on the right. Up, hip down, and then in. So you open it out, then up, get your body going forwards, and then down. If you can do this with just your muscles, then fine, but maybe use your hand just now. So do a couple of those on each side. Here, here, here. Okay, you might want to use your hands. So your knees up, your left knee's up, your right knee is down. Use your hand if you want to, okay, to push yourself backwards to this position. So your knee is just in front of you. Then use your hand just to push you forwards. Okay, when you feel a bit ready, you can do it without your hand. The getting up is a bit harder, but use your hamstring up and back. But you can maybe use your hand. So go back and forwards. This might be very tight, closed positions for some of you, and you might not be able to do that just yet. You might be better off doing the squat position at the moment. Okay, change sides. So that one comes in. This one goes up. Okay, you go back. This knee is still pointing high, then forwards and back. And forwards and back. And forwards and right knee down and left knee up again. Okay. Backwards, forwards. Then you take your right hand, place it all the way forwards, and your right leg becomes straight. Then you put your right knee down again, turn that foot in, and come back to here, and back to here. So 1, and you reach, and pivot on your knee, and then let your knee drop, unpivot, back. I'll do it for the same leg on the other side, on the other angle. So back, forwards. My elbow's on the inside of my knee. Reach, then foot turns out. Push your hip towards the floor. You can reach up with your elbow if you want to, or reach here, or reach here. Right knee down, pivot back, and round. So now, left knee down, round, and up, and back. This is your starting position for the right leg. Forwards, pivot on the knee, drop that hip to the floor. Unpivot, and back. The right hand is touching the hip, yeah? 1, 2, and back. And do it from the front. So right knee here, left leg here. Forwards, left hand forwards, pivot on the knee. The right foot pivots out and drop. You get a stretch on the right hip in this case and the left hip in a different position. Knee down, back, and back. We'll do 2 more. 1, 2, and back. And forwards again. Go on. Reach if you want to. And back. Then you drop that leg in, bring that foot round, and you sit nice and neat in your position. And that's us. Finished. More of that to come. Not today, obviously. More of those movements to come. I like it, it's really good. Good for your hips, good for your back, good for your knees, eventually. So if those positions are really tight angles on your knees and your feet, you just got to do it a little bit. Don't try and go for the full position. So just as a quick example, if you cannot sit with your insteps touching the floor and sitting back on your heels like this, if you can't do that, you'll just have to hold on to something and go back as far as you can. That's all we're asking. And eventually you'll be able to go back a bit further. And only when you can get here can you do the full position of up and open, okay? If you're not ready for that position, you can do it here with your balls of your feet on the floor.
Let's just see what it is like.
And open your hip like this.
There's 4 slides.
And then back. Open your hip like this. And then back without having your ankles in your knees so tight. Okay?
Like with the
But there we go. Well done.
oh, yeah, I saw that.
Bit of a delay in the camera today. Have a good one. If you're a taekwondo student, see you tonight. Remember, all our lessons on Wednesdays. If you are just a Wednesday, a morning person, see you tomorrow morning. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Subscribe.